1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. All right, what did I get up to?
Hello, How Many listeners. This is part 2 of our SNL cast member discussion.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to a new episode of How Many, the only podcast on the internet that counts. I am one of your hosts, Jesse Jackson. Joining me today is, go ahead around the horn, guys.
Scott.
Junior.
Bob.
Gary.
Gary has a topic for us this time. So, Gary, talk to us. What are we talking about tonight?
Okay, so we've talked a lot about this too over the last couple of days of how exactly to view what it is that we're about to look at. So what I have is I have a list of all of the people that have been the actors, the players on Saturday Night Live.
It's Saturday Night Live! Ladies and gentlemen, Gary Grant.
And the question is, how many of these people were hits on both Saturday Night Live and then outside of Saturday Night Live? So there's a lot of people that were really good. They were big players on Saturday Night Live, but their film careers flopped. There have been a couple that were big-time film actors that were on SNL, even if it was just briefly, and were very bad. So we're looking for the number of them that were both. Norm Macdonald.
Well, the magazine POV came out this week with a list of the best and worst jobs to have in the next century. Their three best were, in this order, multimedia software designer, management consultant, and interactive advertising executive. While their worst, for the third year in a row, crack whore.
Yes.
I immediately want to say yes, so I'm trying to think, what did he do on Saturday Night Live?
He was the Weekend Update guy for
Yes.
a while.
Okay, yes, that's right.
He
Yes,
was probably the best Weekend
yeah,
Update
he
guy
was,
ever.
yeah, absolutely, yes.
He's definitely one of them. Gail Mathias.
Nope.
No, she was in that 1980 Gilbert Gottfried year.
All right, Michael McKean. 1 year
No.
on
No,
SNL.
not enough on SNL, but greatness outside of it.
Right, 1 year on SNL. Mark McKinney.
Oh, the former Kids in the Hall guy?
I'm cutting your head. I'm cutting your head.
Yes, and if he was on this Chris Elliott season. Now, if you would count Kids in the Hall instead, yes, because he's greatness everywhere else.
Well, then we'll do a Kids in the Hall later for you. Here's a pretty good one, and I think it's going to be easy, even though she's still on SNL. Kate McKinnon.
Yes.
Yeah, she's done enough outside of it at this point.
I agree.
He's solid.
Tim Meadows, big time actor, but then goes to SNL. He's on SNL for 9 years.
Also on the Goldbergs, right, Gary?
Yes. Okay, so is that a yes for Tim Meadows?
Absolutely.
Yeah, I would say yes for Tim Meadows.
Yeah, I agree.
Laurie Metcalf.
She was on SNL. Roseanne's sister.
1981.
Just very, very briefly.
Yeah, I would say no.
I think it was less than a full season, actually.
If you swap out Roseanne with SNL, maybe. But even her, she's not even in many good movies, though, outside of Lady Bird.
Well, but she was on Big Bang Theory, and she's had other
she
stuff.
was.
She
Yeah,
had
she's.
TV shows.
Yeah,
I think she's pretty solid.
Yeah,
Did she
solid,
have
except
good
for just never did anything on SNL.
yeah, exactly.
Did she have good panic in Lady Bird when Lady Bird jumped out of the car?
Jumped off the car. Yeah, that was the best part of that movie.
You know, with your work ethic, just go to City College and then to jail and then back to City College and then maybe you'd learn to pull yourself up and not expect everybody to do everything.
Seth Meyers.
Yeah.
I mean, he has his own TV show outside of SNL, so I guess yes. But I've always thought he was kind of spare. I didn't even like him on SNL. His
Agreed.
Weekend Updates were meh.
He's spare, but he counts.
13 years on SNL.
Yeah,
I'm giving him a thumbs up because he's
Pretty good run.
He's got solid career.
John Milhouser.
Everything is coming up, Milhouser.
Everything's coming up, Millhouse.
It's Milheiser, but I had to let you make that joke.
Not familiar.
Dennis Miller.
Yeah.
I
thought he
guess.
was great on Weekend
HBO
Update.
show was huge.
Yeah,
Yeah,
he
that's
did
right.
Weekend Updates.
Yeah, his HBO show was solid.
Yeah, I've got to
And
count.
he's the Joe Dirt guy.
And he hosted Monday Night Football for a
And he was
couple
on Monday Night Football.
A season.
Yeah.
And his stand-up is
Stand-up's
fantastic.
huge. Yeah.
Yes, he is. Yeah, I go for it.
Jerry Minor.
No,
Never heard of him.
Finesse Mitchell.
Nope.
no,
Alex Moffat.
Nope.
no.
Here's a pretty good one, but short SNL bit, Jay Moore.
Ooh.
Boy, I do not remember what he did on Saturday Night Live. I'm going to
Very
say
little.
no. Yeah.
He did fake Christopher Walken a lot.
He did.
Yeah.
do
Yeah, I remember that.
Christopher Walken for Skittles.
I'd like to talk to you for a moment. about Skittles.
Skittles.
And he made bad radio really uncomfortable.
You're not going to show up at the U.S. Arizona and just point to the ground. Look, there they are. They're all the dead guys. Look, it's still leaking oil.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, because of you. Overboard, pal.
You think that would solve it?
Absolutely.
I'm clapping for you.
That's kind of cool. He just tossed that Jap overboard.
Well, Dan, I think we just set a record for nervous laughter in this segment, Dan.
What, Jap? Jap is short for Japanese.
No, I understand. No, I'm just talking about the whole segment.
Why is there nervous laughter?
That's what I do.
That's what you do? But you haven't laughed yet.
Go back and listen to the tape. There's plenty of nervous laughter
You're
in there.
tense because you
No, I'm
what a homo.
Yes.
Yes.
But I'd say no.
I listened to his podcast for a while, and it was pretty entertaining.
Kyle Mooney.
No.
Greatness on the Norm Macdonald show. So if you were to swap out Norm Macdonald with his SNL career,
We're not swapping on anything.
he was solid in Brigsby Bear.
That movie was spare.
Tracy Morgan.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, I agree.
I'm Brian Fellow. I once saw a video of a monkey washing a cat. That's crazy.
All right. Garrett Morris.
Not enough outside of SNL.
He has been on every single episode of Two Broke Girls. That's
Yeah, didn't he own the restaurant or something like that?
He's he doesn't own it, but he works in it.
I'm going to have to vote for yes.
I would say no.
He was huge on SNL, but he was on it from 75 to 80, and he hasn't really stopped working since then. I mean, I think 30 years of steady work is, even if you're not the guy, it's pretty big.
So, yeah, he was on Two Broke Girls.
He was on the Jamie Foxx show for a long time.
Yeah.
Wasn't he on Martin, too?
Yeah.
He was on Martin.
Guest starred on This Is Us, so he's been old priest on Shameless. I'm looking at his IMDb page, and he is doing 3 to 4 different shows every year. Jamie Foxx show, as you guys talked about. Yeah. I mean, he was on Martin, Rock.
When he was on SNL, he was way older than the rest of the cast. He was like in his 30s already.
He was the guy that voiced out all of the hand signs, right?
Our top story tonight.
Our top story tonight.
Francisco Franco is still dead.
Is still dead.
Good night and have a pleasant
Good night and have a pleasant tomorrow.
Yes, and he was Chico Escuela.
Baseball has been very, very good to me, yes.
He was going to get a shotgun and shoot somebody.
Whoa.
Yeah. I absolutely.
Okay, I'll concede.
As an actor, he has 107 credits from IMDb. Things from 2020 all the way back to he guest starred in The Jeffersons back in '83.
Bobby Moynihan.
He had that cartoon for a little while, but
We Bear Bears. He's on that. Yeah.
outside of that, pretty spare.
Yeah, spare.
Bobby's a no.
Well, he's done a lot of voice work. I'm looking, he's done Star Wars Resistance, DuckTales, Bravest Night.
I don't count all the voice work. I'm sorry.
I liked him, and there was a sitcom, Me, Myself, and I, that only lasted 1 season, only 13 episodes. He was good in that.
Wasn't John Larroquette in that?
Yes,
too?
the premise was 3 different actors played the same character, Alex, teenage Alex, midlife Alex, and old Alex. Though he certainly had a really good career, but I don't think big enough.
I thought that would be pretty good debate, but you
No, it is. And boy, when you look at the amount of voice work he's done, it is, wow, a lot.
Next up, probably just going to sweep right through this, Eddie Murphy.
Well, let's talk. What has he ever done? Yeah.
Now, would he be number 1 legit?
Of what? On both? He certainly is in the conversation.
Yeah, he's in the top 5.
Top 5, yeah. I wouldn't call him number 1.
So,
the next person on the list might have something to say about it.
Yeah, Mike Myers.
Nope.
No.
Eddie Murphy.
Oh.
Bill Murray.
And
then Mike Myers.
And so all 3, yes.
Yeah, those 3
I
are
mean,
big.
you certainly could make the argument that if John Belushi had lived, but you certainly, when you think of how long his career has been, I think that's a good debate. Montana versus,
Brady.
Yeah.
But I mean, you're not even mentioning Dan Aykroyd. Aykroyd was huge before and after.
Yeah.
So that's a pretty feisty debate to try to narrow that down to even to a top 3.
And while we've been talking, I've got 15 people that I would make the argument are in the top 10.
It would be interesting on the outside of SNL to accumulate career box office totals.
I mean, that can be a little unfair. Like a guy like Dan Aykroyd that did his work in the 70s.
Yeah.
And the 80s. Box offices weren't as big then as they are.
Because you forget about Trading Places and how big
48
that was
Hours.
and
Spies Like Us.
Yeah, you would think at
and
this point
Ghostbusters.
it's very possible that Robert Downey Jr. has the highest box office.
Yeah, and he might have
of
done it off of
anybody.
2 movies.
Yeah, exactly.
Iron Man.
Good stuff.
Okay, so we said yes to Eddie Murphy, Bill Murray, and Mike
the kicker.
Myers.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah.
So next up, probably still another good one, Kevin Nealon.
Yes.
Yeah, he's done enough outside.
Yeah, I think
he was
so.
in Weeds.
And in all the Adam Sandler movies, he
Yeah,
plays
Yeah.
exactly.
Those Grandma's Boy. Funny guy. Lorraine Newman.
Absolutely brilliant in Saturday Night Live. She is one of the people that you go, has she done anything since Saturday Night Live? And part of that could be by choice.
Yeah, so she was on
she
it for
had-
5 years and she finished in 80. You think,
Yeah.
She had a really, really bad drug problem for a while after Saturday Night Live, but she's been in some stuff over the last 20 years or so.
It does appear she has, if you go to IMDb, a huge voice work.
Scott said, so what?
Oh,
Well, I'm surprised. I would not have known that at all. Because I remember a few movies that she was in, or she wouldn't be the star, but she'd be like backup, the best friend, something like that.
So that was no on Lorraine Newman?
yeah, I
Yeah,
think.
no.
Yeah.
All right, so Don Novello.
Father Guido Sarducci.
Here with the report is our friend Father Guido Sarducci. Did something happen? You weren't promoted to Monsignor?
Well, it was just postponed. They said it was, some problem with the paperwork, and now I have to wait for the next group, and I don't know if they give me a ring around the bush or what's going on there.
Didn't do anything
Yeah,
outside.
but no, nothing else.
And
yeah.
the only thing he did outside of SNL was Guido Sarducci.
Father Guido Sarducci.
Yeah, exactly.
Luke Null. I think he's Null.
He's
Nope.
null and void.
Yep. Ego Wadham.
Nope.
Mike O'Brien.
Nope.
No.
Michael O'Donoghue.
Nope.
Mr. Mike, nope.
Sherry O'Terry.
Ooh. Not enough outside of SNL.
Yeah,
Anything else
not
there,
enough
really?
outside.
Although she was greatness in Curb.
For the Nanny Panic.
Yeah, and all of the sponge cakes.
So that was a no on Sherry O'Terry. Chris Parnell.
Ooh. Does he
pretty
get
good
credit
debate.
for the progressive box?
I can't think of anything outside.
Well, he
Well, he's
was
been
in
in a bunch-
Anchorman.
Yeah, he's been.
He's
in a
also
lot of
been on the
things.
Goldbergs.
He's the one that rages up when Ron
Oh,
cusses on the
okay.
air. Potty mouth, you filthy potty mouth.
Ron, why did you say that? Why? You're my hero, Ron. You come out with stink like that. Poop. Poop mouth. Come out with poop out of your mouth. I hate you, Ron Burgundy. I hate you.
He was also in Hot Rod.
American Dad, Rick and Morty, Family Guy. Yeah, a lot of voice work.
And on 30 Rock, he was Dr. Spachiman.
This is Dr. Leo Spaceman.
Oh, and don't forget the greatness of Cyril Figgis.
Yes, hello.
Hi, who's this?
Cyril.
Figgis.
Sorry, did you say Fagus? Figgis.
Who is it? What
is it? Figgis.
Better not be Pam. Not faggot.
Figgis. I was very
clear.
Hi, I'm a huge fan of cock, and my name is...
Cyril Figgis.
We have not given anyone else credit for voice work, so even though he did Mr. Peabody, I'm going to have to say no.
Yeah,
I'm going to say yes.
You would recognize his voice immediately if you heard it.
But I wouldn't be able to hear something and say, "Oh, that's that guy."
24 episodes of 30 Rock, so that's something.
Well,
Yeah.
and I didn't watch 30 Rock, so I would defer to you guys on this one.
So Scott's on the fence. Junior was a yes.
I'm a yes.
Bob.
He had.
Yeah, I'm gonna say yes.
He was in two. I don't remember the character, but he was Jeffrey Holtzman on Brooklyn Nine-Nine, and I love Brooklyn Nine-Nine, so he gets my vote for that.
So that's 3 yeses. So he is in. He's no Chris Cornell. He's probably happy about that at this point. Nassim Perdad.
No,
but hot.
Jay Farrow.
Not enough outside of SNL.
Not enough outside his. Dude, the first time I saw him do the Denzel Washington returning the handbag bit on SNL.
You bought this? Huh? This handbag right here? That's what this is yours?
Yes, it is.
What's wrong with it?
It's the wrong color.
The wrong color. She says it's the wrong color.
I sent that clip to everybody that I could think of. I thought that was so great.
And he has a show on Showtime, but I don't really know much. I haven't seen it.
I don't think he's had enough time yet. He left SNL in 2016, so there hasn't been a lot of stuff outside of it. So I'm sure.
What's the show on Showtime?
White Famous, I think, is what it was.
Oh, you're right. That is it. So no on Jay Farrow, but if we did this 5 years from now, it's probably going to be a yes. Joe Piscopo.
Hello again, everybody. Joe Piscopo live, Saturday Night Sports.
Greatness and Johnny Dangerously.
You shouldn't grab me, Johnny. My mother grabbed me once. Once.
Yes.
I don't know if there's enough after Saturday Night Live.
There's not.
There's someone who kind of
Couple movies.
really good, but then kind of went his own way, right? And I don't know if how much of that's choice or not.
Did Tom Petty kill his career?
Oh,
Dissing
from
him
You're
in
Jamming
song?
Me?
I
Well,
remember he got all roided up.
Yeah,
He did that while he was on the show.
Oh, okay.
yeah. So I would say yes, only because he was Greatness in Johnny Dangerously, and he was good in Sidekicks when he fought Chuck Norris.
You know, Norris, I've always wanted to see how good you really are. You're only going to see it once.
Joe Piscopo.
So we got one yes.
Once.
Once.
My mother did that to me once.
My mother grabbed me once.
I'm going to say no.
Yeah.
I am also going to say no.
Yeah, I'm gonna
You're
say
outvoted,
no.
Junior.
All right.
All right, Amy Poehler.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes.
Parks and Rec alone is
Yeah.
enough to get her in.
Okay, Emily Prager.
No.
No. Here's one. Huge off, terrible on, Randy Quaid.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Only because
Why?
his SNL career was spare, but solid everywhere else.
Yeah.
Yeah, up until recently.
I didn't even know it was
Yeah.
on this Saturday Night Live.
Yeah, 85, 86. It's that same. It's that bad. That
Yeah, it's
bad.
like
Yeah,
Joe
those
Cusack,
mid '80s
Robert
years were
Downey.
pretty lean.
Yeah.
And it's funny because right around 86 is where it turned around. It's right after that.
Exactly.
They got
85.
really big again.
That cast, they fired everybody at the end of the year except for Lovitz.
Yeah.
And then that next year, that's when they got good.
There's Spade and Farley and all them were.
I
right
do
after
remember that, right? Like he came and stole him. Yeah, that was a good shtick.
All right, Colin Quinn.
Ooh.
Are we counting his
Pretty good
remote
debate.
control career?
And now, it's his basement. It's his room. It's his game show. The Quizmaster of 72 whooping Corp Lane, Ken Ober.
Yeah,
That's
remote
great.
control, that's him's greatness.
No, I would say no.
Yeah, no, I agree.
Yeah, just not enough there.
Yeah.
Plus, I
exactly.
hold against, even though we shouldn't hold it against him, he replaced Norm Macdonald and he spared up Weekend Update after Norm Macdonald left.
See, yeah, I would have said that I thought his outside SNL career was better than his SNL career. I think because the stand up stuff and the Dennis Leary TV show,
The fire department
Rescue
one?
Me, yeah, Rescue Me. Like, he's been in a lot of stuff. I mean, Colin Quinn's pretty solid off SNL, but I thought his on his SNL was marginal at best.
I'd agree.
All right, Gilda Radner. It's tough.
He didn't really have a very strong outside of SNL career.
Geez, I mean, what happened to her? Whatever happened to her?
Yeah.
I mean, she lived a little bit longer after. It wasn't immediate. It wasn't a
got married to
Belushi
Gene Wilder.
situation.
Yeah, she did a couple of movies with Gene Wilder, right?
Yeah, she was in she was in Woman in Red, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think so.
I'm gonna vote yes, but I understand if it isn't.
I'm with Jesse.
Fear yes
Two
too.
yeses.
I did like her in the Animal Olympics,
Wait
but
for it.
I would say no. But I'm okay if I get outvoted.
Scott?
God, it's tough for me because what I remember mostly about her after Saturday Night Live is playing herself on shows. I'm going to say no.
Was she just Rosanna Dana all the time on all these other shows?
She was just Gilda Radner, you know?
You know what, Scott? I hate to say this, but I think you've convinced me because I'm looking at her IMDb page. She was on Gary Shandling playing herself. Haunted Honeymoon, Movers and Shakers, Woman in Red, Hanky Panky, First Family, and that's it. I think I'm blinded by just how freaking good she was on Saturday Night Live. You know how a couple of you guys have said this haunts this. It's hard to say this, but I think I'm going to have to say no.
All right, no Gilda Radner.
Sorry, guys.
Here or
Yeah.
beyond.
Glove flip.
Chris Redd, present.
No.
No.
Jeff Richards.
No.
Nope.
Michael Richards, yes. Jeff Richards, no.
Here's a pretty good one, but I'll question the amount of the SNL work. I think Rob Riggle's kind of funny.
Oh, God.
I don't
do
remember
not
him.
like
I knew
Rob
Scott was going to say
Yeah,
that because
Scott
Scott
hates him.
hates him.
That dude is so freaking spare. Oh, my God.
Honestly, if you take away Step Brothers, he does have a pretty big bag. I mean,
What about The Hangover?
Hangover.
yeah, okay, Hangover.
Talladega
He's-
Nights?
He doesn't have a wide range, but when you use him right, he's great.
He does suck on Fox on the football. He's bad on that.
Terrible.
He does. Yeah, I wish they would do something new than that.
But yeah, I don't even remember him on Saturday Night Live, so I would say no.
Yeah, it was 1 year, 04-05. Okay, Ann Risley.
Nope.
No, don't know her.
Tim Robinson.
Nope.
Here's another spare. Chris Rock.
Greatest. Yeah, first ballot. Although his SNL career was very brief, but he did have some memorable characters.
Yeah.
Oh, Matt X up.
Matt X.
Yeah, Nat X was brilliant.
Welcome to the show. I'm your host, Nat X. In the next 15 minutes, that's right, this is the only 15-minute show on TV. Why? Because the man would never give a brother like me a whole half hour.
Okay, Charles Rocket.
Nope.
No.
He said the F word, got fired,
That's
went on,
about
made
it.
a couple of movies, and shot himself.
No funeral.
Wow.
He was in Dances with Wolves, though.
Yeah, Charles Rocket decided to cock it.
Tony Rosado.
Nope.
Don't know him.
1 year on SNL, early 80s.
Okay.
John Rudnitsky. He was a recent 1 year guy.
Nope.
Yeah, no.
Maya Rudolph.
If you need me, I'll be in the bubble bath. The bubble bath.
Yes.
Yes. I know she did some stuff in Saturday Night Live, and also she's been in others. Yes, absolutely.
Yeah, Bridesmaids, Grown
It's
Ups.
funny. I feel like anybody that's got potential for being on SNL should look at this list and see where their name falls, because these things have little runs in them. So we just said yes to Maya Rudolph. How about Andy Samberg?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, and then of course Adam Sandler.
Yes. That
How do you
is kind of
guys-
funny. Yeah.
He's
How do you
probably
guys-
a top 10 guy, too.
How do you guys feel about Horatio Sands?
Ooh. I mean, he's been in a
Big
lot of
characters,
movies, but not
lots of stuff, big
headlining.
character only. Right?
But you know what? He's funny, but he wasn't even that huge on SNL. I
He
mean,
was pretty
he was
damn funny on SNL.
he was funny, but he
The
was
best
he
I
was like
remember
a
him-
kind of a secondary.
The best I remember for was the Christmas song.
I don't care what your mama says. Christmas time is near.
Yeah.
Well, he was greatness in Step Brothers because he only played 80s Billy Joel.
Billy Joel.
We are California's preeminent 1980s Billy Joel cover band.
Piano Man!
What did I just say, man?
And he was in the more cowbell skit.
Yeah, I'm on the fence.
I'm gonna say no, but it's a reluctant no.
I don't know enough of stuff outside of it, so I'm going to say no.
Yeah, I'll go reluctant no as well.
Tom Schiller.
No. Schillinger, yes, but not Schiller.
Rob Schneider.
Yes.
Yeah, reluctant yes.
Yeah, I'm a reluctant yes, too. I do not.
Make
His
it
Bigelow's terrible.
copies.
Sting! Der Stingelhofer! Making copies! The McStingster! Stingatola! Sting!
He shows up in stuff all the time, though.
Yep,
Yeah.
using stuff all the time. Paul Schaefer.
Who's that?
Oh, he did.
The Letterman.
Saturday Night Live was whenever Bill Murray had that lounge bit, he played
Yep.
piano for that. That's all he did.
Well, he was on there one season. It's not enough.
Okay,
Yeah, not
nope,
enough.
nope, not at all.
Molly Shannon.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think between the two of them, yes, I agree.
I'll give it.
Okay. Harry Shearer.
Ooh.
Simpsons, right?
Spinal Tap and The Simpsons.
But what did he do on Saturday Night Live?
Not much. It's funny though. He was on there two very distinct things. He was on there 79 to 80, and he left, came back, and was on there 84, 85.
I do not remember what he did on Saturday Night Live. Boy.
Yeah, that's right. He did not do much on Saturday Night Live.
Yeah.
at all.
Writer mostly?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, SNL career not enough. I guess no.
Okay, yeah, I agree.
Okay, Martin Short.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes, on both. He's somebody who did really well on both.
Now that was what Bob was talking about earlier. It was a one short season or one season on SNL, but it was brilliant.
Yeah, Ed Grimley.
Yeah.
I'm a tremendous fan of the host of Wheel of Fortune, Mr. Pat Sajak, I must say. Over the years, I've sent him over 40 letters of encouragement.
No, didn't he bring all of his stuff from SCTV?
Yeah, exactly. He had all his characters he brought with him.
Sarah Silverman.
Not enough on SNL.
Yeah, I was going to
Not
say the
enough on
same
SNL.
thing. Yeah, I agree.
I didn't even know she was on it.
Nope. Here you go, Junior. Jenny Slate.
Not enough on SNL. She was another one that got fired too, right?
Yeah,
For
for the
cussing
F-
on the air.
You're out on My Niece Denise.
Yeah.
Do you know where my Aunt Elizabeth is?
You're my niece now. Outside of SNL, solid, but not enough on SNL.
Robert Smigel.
Ooh.
And he's another one of those
He
guys
did-
who's done a butt ton of stuff outside, but you just don't know
He
it.
did all the TV Funhouse bits.
Right.
And then he does the insult dog.
Yeah, Triumph.
This is a big Comedy Central event.
You're embarrassing us in front of David Spade. I'm trying to get work on Joe Dirt 3, which is coming out on Crackle 4.
Ace and Gary.
Yeah, Ace and Gary. I'll count him.
I will count it too.
I don't think he's done enough outside of SNL, but
he was also head writer for Conan O'Brien for a long time.
But you don't know who he is.
Okay, so I've got 2 yeses and I've got a no, Scott.
I'm saying no.
Now you've got a tie and I've got to break it. He had Ace and Gary.
So you're a yes? You're going to use an
or am I a no? Am I holding that against him?
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Yeah, it is SG.
He made me the sidekick. He's a no.
The
He's a
SG
no.
sidekick.
I don't care about the SG part. I'm no sidekick. All right, he's a no. Yeah, I think it boils down to is like we said, there's a lot of people that have done a lot of other stuff, but we talked about it earlier. People that went on and wrote and things like that in other places, you don't really know them. David Spade, anyone? Remember that guy?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
Definitely.
Pamela Stevenson.
No.
Here's a lively debate. One single season in 1989, Ben Stiller.
All right.
No.
Not enough on SNL, but greatness otherwise.
Didn't do enough on SNL.
Not enough on SNL.
Yeah, I agree.
Now, if you swapped out his Ben Stiller show career with his SNL career, then
Didn't we
yes.
say not enough on Ben Stiller?
All right.
Cecily Strong?
No.
No, she's kind of weak.
Been on SNL for 8 years, but she's still on there.
She hasn't done anything else, really.
And I always forget how to pronounce this guy's name. Junior, help me out. Jason.
Kiss.
There.
He's a yes now. He's done enough outside of SNL.
Oh, Jason Sudeikis?
Oh, yeah, definitely. Horrible Bosses.
Yeah, he's done a ton of stuff.
And he's had babies with Olivia Wilde.
Oh.
Scott's in now.
He scores.
All right. Julia Sweeney.
No. Pat.
I guess I'll just sit at home alone tonight and watch Tootsie with my cat.
She done anything outside?
I don't know anything.
She was in Pulp Fiction. I think she was having at it with Quentin Tarantino for a while, I think.
Really?
But not enough.
Yeah, I agree.
Okay. Terry Sweeney.
No, and he died of AIDS.
You've got the AIDS.
All right.
All right.
Was that the Donald Sterling? He's got AIDS.
He's got AIDS.
I think the longest running cast member ever, Kenan Thompson.
What's up with that? What's up with that?
Yes.
Oh.
Yes.
Yeah. Good Burger.
Yeah.
Denitra Vance. Vance
No.
Refrigeration.
Bob Vance, Vance Refrigeration.
Melissa Villasenor.
No.
Current cast.
No.
Dan Vitale.
Dick's brother.
Awesome, baby, with a capital A.
No.
I say no.
He was a diaper no dandy. Nancy Walls.
No.
The Wall. That's Steve Carell's wife.
That's what she said.
I didn't save her. Michaela Watkins.
Nope.
You would recognize her if you saw her, though.
Now, here's one that you can debate, but I think you're going to come up with too short on SNL. Damon Wayans.
Yeah.
He was also that 85 season.
Yep.
That's so crazy, that cast.
Now, he was greatness in Living Color when he left.
Yeah, he was.
And a lot of good movies, but...
Yeah, see, I'd have to say most of my memories of him comedy-wise is on In Living Color, not Saturday Night Live.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. He has a lot of movies, though.
Yeah,
Yeah, Last Boy Scout.
Last Boy Scout was great.
Absolutely.
Okay, Patrick Weathers.
Nope.
No.
Noel Wells.
Nope.
No.
Brooks Wheelan.
Nope.
No.
All right, Junior, turn your camera off. Kristen Wiig.
Yes.
Junior's now touching himself.
Oh.
He thinks he's hot.
Yes.
I give Kristen Wiig a big thumbs up, yeah.
Yeah, she's good.
Junior gave her a small thumb up. Casey Wilson.
Nope.
Nope.
He's good on Black Monday. You ever watch that?
No, I haven't.
Fred Wolf.
No.
No.
He's been in Sandler movies, though.
Look out that window.
That doesn't mean anything, yeah.
Owen Yang.
Whoa.
Jen's brother.
Jen's brother.
Mr. Jing Yan, I am a very rich. Hot dog? Not hot dog. It's technology. Eric is a stupid investor. He has no money, now he's poor. Eric is a poor, sad man, and he's very fat.
No.
Sashir Zamata.
Nope.
Alan Zwiebel.
Nope.
Okay, well, that's the end of the list.
All right.
Let's get a count.
Very good topic, Gary. This made for a lot of good discussion. It's interesting how many to be able to do both, right? And what's I think if we redid it, there's so many people that went on to have a lot more success that weren't that successful in Saturday Night Live. Like you would think, oh, Saturday Night Live is going to launch your career, but that isn't always the case. That just because they're talented and they're really good, it all depends, like Bob was talking about, your timing and who your fellow cast members were and the writing team.
I went ahead and pulled up a quick Google search on the best SNL cast members. Eddie Murphy is number 1 according to this list. Will Ferrell number 2. Phil Hartman number 3. Bob being vindicated a little bit.
Not at
John
all.
Belushi number 4. Dan Aykroyd number 5.
I would have had Chevy Chase somewhere in that top.
I agree. It's a bad list.
Even though it's like 3 years, right? 2 years?
Yeah, it's a bad list.
Bill Murray too, and Dana
So Chevy
Carvey.
Chase is not even in the top 10 in this particular list.
Well, it's because he was only on one season.
I don't care. It's a crap list. I mean, if it's
He's
just
number
longevity-
21.
While you're talking, this is my top 15 in alphabetical order. Adam Sandler, Billy Crystal, Bill Murray, Chevy Chase, Chris Farley, Chris Rock, Dan Aykroyd, Dana Carvey, Eddie Murphy, John Belushi, Kristen Wiig, Mike Myers, Phil Hartman, Tina Fey, Will Ferrell.
What would be interesting is if you were to take the top 64 cast members, combining their outside and inside SNL careers, and did a tournament bracket similar to what we did with Tom Hanks.
Because I think we'd have a lot of debates. Yeah, that's good.
Our total tally is 41. Bob had 42. I said no to Smigel. He missed it. Scott had 37. Scott wins.
Nice, Scott.
And I being overly optimistic at 50. So
You
Oh,
weren't
and
that
I
far
way
off.
undersold. I think I said I was like
Bob,
25,
you
right?
almost nailed it.
Damn
yeah, you almost
See what
done
happens?
exactly.
See what happens when you make me mad?
I'm so glad I voted against Smigel now.
Good topic. This was a lot of fun. Thank you guys for listening to us. Please let us know what you think. Bob, how can they reach you?
I'm on Twitter and Instagram, both at Lukewarm Tallboy and both at Ben Scoop.
Scott?
The Twitter is Scott_Matula. My Instagram, which I actually look at more, is GS Matula.
Gary?
At travel_cowboy on Twitter.
Junior?
Mexican_Junior on Twitter. You can also email us at howmanypodcasts@gmail.com. You can send us a message on our YouTube channel where all of our episodes are going to be loaded. And you can also leave us a review on iTunes.
Don't we have a Twitter at How Many Podcast also?
We do. And I am at Jesse Jackson DFW. You should check out Bob's new podcast.
Hoop and Scoop.
Yeah, where he is sharing music. Thank you so much for listening. Please be safe. Continue to wash your hands, social distance, wear an effing mask, and we will talk to you soon.